You've probably heard it 1,000 times. God's love is unconditional. But what if that's not true? What if everything you were taught about Christian love, the sermons, the Bible verses, the rules for a happy marriage, was actually a carefully packaged version of loyalty disguised as virtue? Let's be honest for a moment. How many times have you been told to only marry another Christian? To cut off friends who question, doubt, or just think differently? To avoid worldly people entirely, even if they make you happy, even if they inspire you? And how often do you see people treated differently the moment they fail to obey? Suddenly that love you were promised vanishes. Poof. Gone. That is not unconditional love. It's tribal loyalty. It's a membership perk, not a boundless embrace. And like any membership, it comes with terms and conditions meticulously laid out, with strict penalties for non-compliance. Think about it. A child grows up in a Christian household. They're told to obey, to follow, to stay within the boundaries of the faith. They make a mistake, or ask a question, or drift for even a moment, and the warmth, the acceptance, the praise disappears. You might call that discipline or guidance. But what's really happening? The love they receive is measured by compliance, by obedience, by conformity. And if it's conditional, is it love at all? And that conditioning doesn't end with childhood. It follows them into adulthood, into relationships, into marriage. Someone you connect with deeply isn't one of your own. Suddenly the relationship is a problem. Suddenly your feelings are suspect. Suddenly your love isn't enough. The message isn't, love them for who they are. It's, love them only if they fit inside our rules. That's not unconditional. That's control. And then there's the whole bad influence warning. Friends, coworkers, even family, if they question, doubt, or live outside the faith, they're suddenly dangerous. People are told to cut them out, ignore them, avoid them. But love doesn't work that way. Love doesn't vanish when someone disagrees. Real love doesn't punish curiosity or independence. Conditional love does, and that's exactly what's presented as godly. Look closer. The cost of this conditional love is enormous. Children internalize it. They learn that affection is earned through obedience, not through who they are. Partners feel trapped, afraid to speak the truth. Friends drift away silently because the rules are heavier than the relationship. And yet all of this is sold as virtue. This is what godly love looks like, they say. But if love disappears the moment someone steps outside the rules, is it love or just a mechanism of control? Imagine a world where Christian love was truly unconditional, where differences didn't divide families, where beliefs didn't dictate affection, where questions weren't punished, and curiosity wasn't a crime. That world would look very different. Relationships would survive disagreement. Marriages could thrive even if partners drifted in faith. Friendships could deepen because they weren't measured by conformity. Because real love isn't about obedience. It's about the person. It's messy. It's complicated. It's alive. It wouldn't be a fragile thing constantly needing protection from the world, but a robust, expansive force capable of embracing all of humanity's beautiful, chaotic diversity. So, what does that mean for you? If you've ever felt your love policed, judged, or measured by someone else's rules, you're not alone. And recognizing that doesn't make you anti-Christian. It makes you honest. It makes you awake. It makes you willing to see love as it actually is, not as a tool for control. Now let me ask you, is Christian love really unconditional? Or is it conditional, based on obedience, conformity, and loyalty to a tribe? And if it is conditional, what does that say about the messages we've been fed our entire lives? About the people who claim to practice it? About the world we've built around it? Because here's the thing. Real love is stronger than rules. Real love survives difference. Real love doesn't vanish when someone chooses a different path. Unconditional love isn't about fitting into a mold. It's about seeing someone fully, accepting them fully, and caring for them no matter what. That's a lesson Christianity could learn, but only if it stops confusing dogmatic loyalty for virtue. And here's the kicker. You don't have to reject faith to see it. You just have to be willing to ask uncomfortable questions, to notice the gaps between doctrine and reality, to notice when love is measured by rules instead of humanity. Because love that disappears under rules isn't divine, it's conditional. and it's real harm dressed up as piety. So, I'll leave you with this. Notice the difference between love and loyalty. Notice when kindness is offered only to those who follow the rules. And remember, if love can vanish because of disobedience, it's not unconditional, it's conditional. And we owe ourselves the honesty to see it. It's time to reclaim the true meaning of love, to disentangle it from the chains of dogma, and allow it to be the expansive, unburdened force it was always meant to be. The kind of love that doesn't demand allegiance, but simply is.